it's Dr. Connie Jian. Today I'm going to show you some simple exercises that you can do in front of your desk for those of you who work long hours at the desk and those of you who suffer from low back pain or any neck pain or anything else. Okay? Sit up nice and tall. We're going to start out with the shoulder rolls. So bring your shoulders up to your ears and pull it back. And as you do so, see if you can pinch the shoulder blades together in the back. So roll up and back. Roll up and back. And this really is effective at getting all those shoulder muscles to release and to bring awareness to them so that we're not hunched over all day. So that's going to help you kind of that's going to help you to promote proper posture. So next exercise is a simple spinal twist, right? So you're sitting up nice and tall. Make sure that the ankles are right below your knees. Sitting up nice and tall, feet planted on the floor, and you're nice and tall. So make sure that the spine is perpendicular to the floor, okay? You're going to go ahead and bring your right hand on the outside of the left knee. Left hand's going to go right behind you, and then you're going to twist it back as far back as possible. And hold for about 5 seconds and bring it back. Make sure when you twist back though, that one knee doesn't go forward relative to the opposite one, that they stay nice and even. So we're gonna do the opposite. Come back center, and then the left hand's gonna go on the outside of the right knee. Bring the right hand back behind you, and then you're gonna go ahead and stretch nice and tall and look back. And come back slowly. So holding it back in each stretch on each side for about 5 seconds. So I'm going to show you the spinal stretch on a seated position. So you're sitting up nice and tall, right? Notice how my spine is nice and tall. That means I have a little bit of a bend in my low back, right? I'm not slouched down like this and then trying to rotate my spine, but sitting up nice and tall. So this angles my pelvis a little bit forward. So you have to rock your pelvis forward, creating that lumbar lordosis, or the curvature in the back. You're going to place the left hand on the outside of the right knee for the purpose of this angle for the camera. Right hand is going to reach back, like I'm grabbing here, so it gives me something to hold on to as I leverage that to pull me back. And it creates this nice opening and stretch in my spine, and I can really feel it deep inside. And breathe. 5 seconds. And then come back slowly. We're going to repeat the other side. Right hand on the outside of the left knee, reaching back and twisting back. Notice how I'm not hunched over and twisting. Sit up nice and tall. Notice the angle of my knees, or the symmetry of my knees. They're together. So stretch back and come back center. We're going to show you a simple shoulder stretch. So again, when you're sitting in the computer, this creates this curvature to be nice and hunched over. So we're always working to extend it back, extending our spine back. So this nice shoulder stretch is interlacing your fingers together and then pull up and back as you look and gaze up. And it really makes sure that you're creating this nice curvature in your spine, okay? Not doing this and hunched over, because then the shoulders won't stretch nicely. Sit up nice and tall and pull up and chin up toward the ceiling, and that's going to create nice stretch along the front of your chest and create this nice stretch even down into your abdominals. And you're going to hold it there for about 5 seconds and back, rock back, and then repeat throughout the day. So this next one is a very good hamstring stretch. Notice that we're hunched over, as I said. So it's important to really stretch your hamstrings and the low back and the myofascial tissues on the back of your legs to make sure you have a nice, flexible hamstrings. So sitting up nice and tall, I recommend that you come towards the front of the chair and sit up nice and tall, like tilt your pelvis forward. Place your right heel down as you draw the toes up towards your shins. Sit up nice and tall and lead with your chest, right? Keep an extension, and feel free to even interlace your fingers behind you to keep the shoulders back and go forward until you feel the stretch. I have very loose hamstrings, so I can go forever, but those of you, you might just feel a stretch here. Nice binding and tightness on the back of your legs. Then it should feel really good. Breathe. and then come back. And I recommend you hold this stretch a little bit longer to like 15 slow seconds. Same thing, left heel down, toes up towards your shins, sitting up nice and tall. Start here and then hinge forward from your pelvis and go forward and breathe for 15 seconds. And come back slowly. So this one is a very good one to elongate your spine and get a little bit of a side stretch as well as an extension. So raise your arms up overhead, interlace your hands, palm side up, and really pull the hands, palms of your hands away toward the ceiling, right? And you get that length. You're gonna feel this deep stretch under the arm as well as on the sides of your spine or sides of your torso. Sitting up nice and tall, ensuring that both sit bones are level on the chair. You're going to bend side to the right first and really stretch and open up toward the ceiling. You're going to feel so tight, especially if you've been working long hours, and come all the way up. Get that vertical stretch here. Take a deep inhale and then exhale. Bend over to the left and then turn your chest up toward the ceiling. It might feel a little bit awkward for those of you who've been stumped over. This might be a little bit aggressive, but go easy for the first time. Ensuring that while you're up here, you're creating this nice extension, right? While you're up here, you come back to the center, gaze up, and see if you can go back as far back as possible. And this is going to create this nice opening on the front side of your body. And pull up and get that nice stretch and back. It's sort of like that nice stretch that we sometimes need in our spine, our body's way of speaking to us about how tight we are. Because we're like this all day, so that's going to be a good transition to get that stretch up there. So I'm going to wrap up this with simple neck stretches. So I want you to just bring your head down, ensuring that you have a nice proper postured alignment of your spine, so that again, spine is perpendicular to the chair that you're sitting. The pelvis is tilted a little bit forward, so you're not hunched over like this and then bending your neck down, right? So notice the difference between this and sitting up nice and tall. Please check yourself to make sure you're getting the right stretch. You're going to point your chin down, bring your both hands behind your head, and gently you're going to press the head down until you feel a nice gentle pull from the base of your head all the way to the upper shoulders. And just stay there for about 10 seconds, 10 to 15 seconds. And then come up. And then you're going to point your nose, like as if you're going to smell your left armpit, right? And then you're going to raise the left hand and then grab the back of the head and then see if you can help your nose smell your armpit, right? So overpress it down like that. You should feel a good pull on this right side. It's important that you're not compressing anything. Sitting up nice and tall really helps. With the right hand, if you can kind of have this opposing stretch by holding onto the bottom of the chair and getting that oppositional stretch on this right side, it really accentuates the pull on this side. Nice and gentle is key. Come back up, same thing. Nose to the right armpit first, and then grab the back of the head and gently press it down while you grab the chair with the left hand and pull it away from the shoulder. And you should get this nice stretch on this left side. Breathe. And back. Lastly, you're going to press both hands behind you and just do a nice stretch and then see if you can guide your head so that it goes all the way back. Again, keeping in mind of gentle extension, rocking your pelvis forward always, okay? So every stretch that we've done today, it's all about opening your chest up and really opening your chest, tilting your pelvis forward, getting a little extension. and getting that accentuated lordotic curvature back as opposed to being postured here all day, right? Just opening up. So if you can remember to do that throughout the day, it's going to be amazing what that can do. And remember what I said about in my blog, you have to get up and start walking. Walking does wonders. So any chance you get throughout the day to take a quick break just to stand and take the load off your spine is key.